All right, here we go. We're gonna flash my car integrated engineering DSG tune right now.
500 horsepower?
Dude, it's gonna be so... It's gonna be so fast. All right, so today, Powan's with me. We're gonna flash my car, finally, with the DSG tune. Now, if you remember, I'm currently integrated engineering stage 1, and I was waiting on a DSG tune because I actually have an older DSG transmission than what usually comes in the B8.5s. So they had to develop a different tune just for my car, basically. They had a car locally that had a similar transmission. So hopefully my car takes this tune. But you notice, when I point my camera at the car, the video goes black and white. That's because the car is now fully vinyled and I don't want to reveal the color quite yet. So in here, we have our handy dandy integrated engineering flash at home tool. And if you missed the previous video on tuning the car, it'll be linked up top. But all we have to do is plug this into the OBD2 port, and then we link Powan's computer, because I don't have a PC, to the internet. The tunes are online. We enter a certain site. We download some drivers. This will flash to the car. And what we're going to do is update the ECU and the DSG tune today. The ECU tune is going to raise the red line even further so that we're not hitting it. And this DSG tune will now auto upshift at 7,300 RPMs instead of 6,300 like the factory. I also have launch control between 3,400 to 4 grand, so it's 34, 36, 38, and 4,000 RPMs. We'll probably set it to 36. I'm excited for this. Powan's writing the tune right now, live. All right, so that's the full boost tune. That'll give us about 16 shifts a second. Yeah. All right, round 2 here. We got the ECU flashed super quick this time. Now we're doing DSG. So next, ignition's on, 3,600. So I lied earlier when I said 7,300 upshifts. It's 7,200, but we'll do 3,600 launch control. Why not? Congratulations, you successfully flashed your car. Now go have your fun. Okay, finish. My codes are lost communication with TCM. I'm really hoping that that's not relevant. We'll clear codes and see what happens. Clear. All right, TPMS light got reset. I think I have to shut my door for this. Yeah, it'll let me engage. All right, here we go. We're gonna test out launch control for the first time. Don't let go of the brake, Eli. 3,600, baby. Nice. First pull with the DSG tune.
Is the mic
on? Yeah, it should be on. Ready?
Yep. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, it shifts. It's like a little bit quicker, much more crisp. Jeez, I'm trying to film here. A little bit quicker on the shifts, much more crisp. Revs all the way out to 7,200.
That's insane.
I've never heard the supercharger whine out like that before, because you know it never revved out like that before.
Yeah, because like we know where it sounds, and now it's just like a little bit.
God damn! Wow. I mean, I know it's not that much faster than what it was before. With those extra RPMs, it just keeps pulling. Okay, you ready? Here goes nothing. That's not launch control. Ready?
Yep. Oh god.
Yeah, we didn't hook.
Holy crap!
We didn't hook at all.
Dude, like that was like lining it up.
That didn't hook at all. It just auto upshifted the second right away.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. Alright, so we're gonna head back now. I'm gonna drive the car for a couple days and I'll catch up with you guys with a more in-depth review on the DSG tune. I know I said I would catch you guys in a little bit, but you know, it's too good not to just... Sorry, Jeff. I don't think the B6 is gonna keep up with that. So I've been driving on the DSG tune for about 3-4 days, about 400 miles or so, and I have to say I'm really happy with it. There are some things about the stock transmission tuning that Integrated has improved upon, along with making it shift faster and rev higher, which means making more power. One of those things is the clutch engagement when taking off from second gear. Now, if you don't have a DSG car, or especially a DSG B8.5, I think the B8s probably do it too, if you don't come to a complete stop, the car actually stays in second gear. It doesn't want to downshift to first. And if you force it to downshift to first, it makes like this weird clunking noise. It's weird. The car's not really designed to downshift to first unless you're at a stop, or unless it's going to rev match down to first. But even then, it's better just to come to a stop before you downshift to first. what this tune from Integrated has done, at least as far as I've noticed, is improved on that second gear engagement. On the stock transmission tune, it would kind of ride the clutch a little bit. It would come up in revs and go. It almost felt like you were slowly letting the clutch out on a manual transmission. It didn't feel good for the car, and it made me, you know, come to complete stops when I didn't need to, just because it was weird on the transmission. Integrated has done a great job of kind of tuning that out. Now if you set off from second gear from, let's say, like 3 or 4 miles an hour, it's a super smooth engagement, and it feels like you're doing much less damage, quote unquote, to the clutches. I know it's probably not the worst thing in the world for the clutches. They're designed to take abuse, but anything we can do to make them feel better. The other thing I've noticed is the car is much more willing to downshift in drive and sport. You put your foot into the throttle, and instead of lugging the motor down low, which, you know, again, is another thing that the stock transmission tune did that didn't really feel very good. So, you know, let's say you were cruising around town at 45 miles an hour, the stock tune would be in 6th gear, and if you put your foot down, it would kind of make this awful, like you were really loading up the motor at low RPMs, which we all know is not great for motors. This tune, 1, is much more willing to downshift, but 2, kind of holds the RPMs a little bit higher. I should mention that I'm kind of a beta for this transmission specifically, so I can message Pete, the CEO, and say, hey, this feels kind of weird, and he's gonna fix that for you guys when you get your tunes. I do believe their DSG tune for the B8.5 is something that's readily available to the public. It's the B8 transmissions, like my B8.5 has for whatever reason, that aren't quite available yet. Overall, I'm really happy with it. I now get about 60, 65 out of second gear instead of it automatically upshifting at 55, and third gear goes into triple digits instead of upshifting at 90. Not that I would know that. Little red line around here. It's a great feeling, and the car sounds so good up top. If you're curious, I do have the integrated engineering intake as well. That car is smoking. That is not good. Mine doesn't do that yet. Thanks again, guys, for being patient on the car unveil. I've been filming a little bit, but the weather just hasn't been the greatest. So, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to check out Integrated, they're at the top of the description. They've been super awesome to me, and I'm sure they'll be great to you as well. Thank you guys for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I will catch you guys in the next video.